So my name is Andreas Piene. I am by profession chemist. I'm now since 15 years with the company. Company W.KOPP is manufacturing block foams made from elastomeric material and thermoplastic material, mainly for technical application in the market. I think the good experience, the fact that all of our customers are here, visit us, and that we have a possibility within 3 days to do a lot of work together with them. That's one of the main points. With what we are currently doing new and presenting to the market, so we have developed a range of rather heavy EVA foams, which are customized, colorable. So we have them on the side over there. They can go for different application, like the car wash brushes that we have over there. They go for medical application. They can also go for some of the military applications, but we're not allowed to talk too much about that. And those are exciting products that we have. Another one which is pretty exciting is about Ariane 6, the rocket. We're making insulation packs for the main engines. And so some of our foams are actually in outer space. So that's also one of the really interesting ones. And then more on the technical side, our newest product, the EPDM 2000 that we see, that is a semi-open or semi-closed cell product that we have. We can now manufacture as continuous roll without a joint. So for many of our customers, that is extremely important that they don't have every 2 meters a joint in there. So we picked up that lead and we made a product from it. Well, sustainable approach is one of the things that on the R&D side is quite a strong topic for us and has been for many years. So we were one of the first over here to actually introduce foams which are based on bio-based raw materials up to 85-90% that we can exchange. So sustainability and being safe in supplying is kind of a little bit going hand in hand now, because nobody knows in which direction the future will lead us, what kind of regulations there will be implemented on us. Nevertheless, we can follow them, which either direction it is going to go. Artificial intelligence is going to change a lot in the way we think, in the way we do our work, in the way we're using information. So data collecting is one thing. Using the data on a reasonable base is kind of difficult, and artificial intelligence is going to be a major tool that will help us. So if we're looking from an R&D side, you have a lot of information, input data, which you have collected over many years, and I always put it that way. I said, yes, the index file is in my head, but it stays there. So it will make it possible, if you can feed that information into a chatbot or something like that, you could get actually a nice access to it, which can also be passed along to the next generation. That, for instance, is a possibility. But in general, I think artificial intelligence will be a good tool to work with large data volume and crunch it together to that point which you actually need or which you want to see. So it's going to come, I'm pretty sure about that. On the R&D side, we are permanently sourcing for materials which will comply, which is quite a bit of work, because the thinking is substitution, but actually it's not substitution. Sometimes you really have to reinvent the product, because you will not get on a sustainable level a one-to-one exchange. Yes, okay, on the polymer base it seems rather simple. You can work with an ISCC Plus certificate, so you will get by the polymerization plant and kind of tag that tells you, okay, we use on a mass balance concept some kind of naphtha input which is not crude oil based, but that's not only the whole story. So we're talking plasticizer oils, we're talking fillers, we're talking carbon black, all these raw materials which go in. And there we are since years scanning the market on what is available, How does it work? We communicate with the companies, giving them feedback, saying where the problems are, and then it's basically a joint effort to develop this new knowledge on how to do different and what can be achieved. That is what we are doing. It's homework, but it's a fun journey, I must say, because you're doing something completely new. And you don't very often get the chance to do that. Most of the times you're just driven by, do me a favor, make it cheaper. Yeah. In this case, it's something different. It's compact. It is dense. It is 3 days in which you have the possibility to talk to the people. That can be over a variety of topics. Can be our customers, but also personally, I have quite a few contacts over here regarding R&D, because raw material suppliers are here, machine manufacturers are here. So that gives you an opportunity to do these things instead of having to travel around. Yeah, and that's a nice fact. And for us, it's like how to say, it's a signature expo that we have over here. We are one of the main sponsors over here. There is a reason for that, because we believe in the plot, in the setup, in the possibilities, and can only encourage others to try to find out if that is the same for them. A couple of years ago, it was like it's all new. Now I'm getting the feeling that many of our customers expect us to present something new when we are here, and to continue telling the story KOPP. So how do we develop? What are the new products? Where is the story going? And that will be the kind of journey that is expected for the years to come. And whoever knows what kind of ideas we have regarding the products, or what kind of demands are from customer side towards us by saying, okay, this is what we do. So this is where the journey will go to. Very clear, a key event, yes, because there is nothing comparable in the market in terms of a show, in terms of a possibility to meet, a summit or something like that, which offers this kind of environment. And therefore, this is something strong and something we would like to continue and keep. So for us, it's going to stay the major event. So we plan the year around the Foam Expo, yeah, and I make sure that we come over here in time, everything is set up, and we know what kind of story we want to tell.